So there was a popular song back in the days, and some of the lyrics go something like this. Mama, hear murderer bawl, when him go a courthouse and hear him name a call. Well, people, this one is called the remix. This one is called Mama, hear your son a bawl, after him take with 3 lives. Getting a some sorts of shootout with the po-po. Run left him gun and then surrender to the po-po. When the po-po told him that he was going to be taken back to the place in which he committed his last crime, being St. James, Montego Bay, Canterbury to be specific, this man PISS up himself. So people, I am going to give you the backstory. Pretty much this man and our next friend, Mr. Lewis, went in some sorts of place and some sorts of takeaway spree. He took away at least 3 persons. One I think was 29, a 17-year-old, and a 62-year-old man. Back to back to back to back. It seems as if the po-po got some sorts of call. You know, here say Mr. Roach, John Roach to be specific, they're on the spot and he is taking away all my family members and all of my friends. Po-po jump in a van, 2-2 reach on the scene. When they reach on the scene, like the script always goes, they were confronted by Mr. Roach and his accomplice. Well, pretty much Mr. Roach. It is said that during that confrontation, Mr. Roach realized that the odds were stacked against him. So therefore, him fling with him 2-2, jumping at some sorts of gully, almost broke him foot, him neck and him hand. Take for himself, reach a Falmouth. When he reached a Falmouth, he gave in himself, he surrendered to the po-po. Don't really know the specifics if he was in the company of his lawyer, his granny, his mama, or even his preacher. However, I want you to take a listen to what the SSP for the era has to say about this man, and then I am going to give my piece.
This afternoon, one of the suspects in yesterday's triple murder, John Lee Roach, turned himself in to the Falmouth police station. The St. James police officers, after the operation yesterday where 2 firearms were recovered, relentlessly pursued the suspects within that case. And we were informed this afternoon that John Lee Roach turned himself in to the Falmouth police station. He is a person of interest in that triple murder. Also, he is wanted for shooting with intent with the police officers yesterday. Also, he is also wanted for a murder in Hanover and also a shooting with intent that he had absconded bail for. We are happy that he turned himself in, and we are asking that all other suspects in matters, rather than have us pursue you, heed our warning and turn yourself in. The suspect, upon turning himself in, upon hearing that he was to be transported to the St. James Division, we were told that he wet himself, thinking of the thought of the relentless pursuit that we had of him. And we are just informing persons that when you are wanted by the police, we will not stop.
We also have interest in a second suspect, Kashim Lewis, OC Borderline. He's the other person that was implicated in the triple murder yesterday evening.
Now, people, like I said, when I first heard about this incident, and I heard that this man was some sorts of notorious takeaway person, which he is, I said to myself, this man does not have the characteristics of any sorts of gangster. He is a coward. And the reasons why I say this, I am going to explain. First thing first, he went on a murder spree, took away 3 persons. When the po-po pull up, he pretty much fling where they told them, himself and his cumbolo. He then jump in at some sorts of gully. Almost broke him foot, broke him hand, broke him neck. Jumping at some sorts of vehicle, don't know if he had some sorts of getaway driver, don't know the specifics. 2-2s made his way to Falmouth, Trelawney to be specific, and turned in himself to the po-po. Now people, like I've always said, a lot of these youths, whenever them have the tool, they feel big, bad and bold. However, whenever the table turn and there's like fire coming towards them, it seems as if they don't have any sorts of plan B. So therefore, this man got booming, and people, isn't it strange? And this is why I say this is the Black Cat channel. When I made this video yesterday, I said, based on conversations that I have with the people in blue, I am speaking about special operations. I was told that them want him bad, just like the flowers need the rain. Them need him like, whoa. But the last thing that I expected is that this man would actually turn himself into the po-po. So when I heard the SSP for the era saying that, please to turn yourself in, I am saying that is going to be so far-fetched. What type of gangster is going to do that? But people like me say, based on this man's action, recent action I am speaking about, we see that he is probably the cowardice of the cowardess, or he knows something. It seems as if him get some sorts of vision, or him granny tell him, say, listen, give in yourself, don't make these people come for you, because me no want to mix up and passa, me no have no money for burial, so therefore do the right thing before the wrong thing do you. The truth and the fact is that most Jamaicans would probably hope that he never turned in himself, because we know that it was going to be a matter of time. Like them say, long run, short catch. Sooner or later, you would be apprehended and then fatally arrested. Point blank and period. So the next part of the video is called System Failure, in which the system, the judicial system, the po-po, it is hard for them to apprehend. It is hard for them to convict criminal elements, repeat offender. And what is even worse for a country that has so much takeaway, how is it that you do not protect your witnesses and people? We've seen the failure of the system as it pertains to the Klansman and one other case. I am speaking about an incident, or I am going to speak about a couple of incidents which occurred on May 18, 2021, and the latest, May 26, 2024, in which a 59-year-old mother, her name is Irene Leng, she was taken out basically based on the information that is out there. It is said that she was coming from some sorts of graduation. When she reached her house, which is Nelson Street, that is in Maxfield, some men alighted from out of a vehicle and blazed up some corn on her. She was hit multiple times in the head. She was the target of that hit. Now people, based on what the po-po are saying, they are on some sorts of manhunt for a man known as Romario Grant O.C. Kaka or Irons. Irons or Kaka has been a staple on the wanted list on Wednesday for the JCF. They have showed him on many occasions, and that is because he has multiple hits on his head. He is what we call a serial takeaway person. So based on the information, it is said that the reason or the motive for Miss Leng losing her life is that back in 2021, May 18 to be specific, her son, whose name is Delano Morris, he was taken out by a man, the same man in which I mentioned, Kaka Romario Grant government name. She was a witness, she was actually there. When that incident occurred, she vowed in the neighborhood and said, listen, my son's DEATH is not going to go in vain. Whoever is responsible, I am speaking about Kaka, I am going to make sure that justice is served. I am going to make sure that you go to prison. It does not matter if it takes my life. And people, that is exactly what happened. Now people, when we look at this, the son lost his life in May of 2021. He was 38 at the time when he lost his life. The mother lost her life in May of 2024. They were pretty much taken out at the same place just before nightfall in the same neighborhood by the same person. In my opinion, it seems as if this was strategic. This was more than coincidental. This man wanted to send some sorts of message. He took away the son, and the mother was vowing to get some sorts of revenge. If there's one thing that we know, These criminal elements, they would rather wipe out the whole family. They are going to silence the witness. So therefore, it is going to jeopardize their freedom if that witness is still alive. So therefore, they are going to do everything within their means. And that is exactly what transpired. Now, when this incident occurred, meaning the mother losing her life, Irene that is, the residents say that they were not surprised because she was walking all over the place. And I tell people, say, if the last thing that she do, she is going to make sure that Kaka goes to prison. Kaka get what he deserves. However, people like them say, sometimes silence is golden. Sometimes you have to just do what you are going to do and keep silent. Make your actions speak. Do everything under stealth, especially when you live in some sorts of volatile community. You have to always remember the mindset of some sorts of wicked psychopaths. They are going to think that you are informing, even though it is your own family member. So therefore, they are always going to look for some sorts of reason to justify why they are going to take you out. As if they don't expect that the parental instincts of a mother is always going to try to defend her child, or defend is D-E-A-T-H. They don't think like this. However, the mother should have known better, and people like me say, it was in 2021 that the son lost his life. Maybe the mother had left and she thought that everything is okay with the passing of time and she could have come back. However, people, she learned the wrong way, meaning that she lost her life in defense of her son, which is justifiably so, meaning what a mother should do. So based on what the Popo are saying, they have launched a nationwide manhunt for this man, Romario Grant O.C. Kaka. However, people, I think that it is a tad bit too late for this family that lost a son, then a mother, back to back. Hopefully, the Popo can get a hold of this man. And the Popo, they are warning. Anybody that facilitate or hide any sorts of fugitive, it is against the law. But people, you and I know that the law in these garrisons are different. Sometimes these persons are hiding in plain view. That means them do some sorts of crime at the foot of the lane, and then they are hiding at the top of the lane. People only in Jamaica. But like I've always said, this cat and mouse game of criminals and Popo, it is just a matter of time. Fly high, fly low. Justice is going to be served. It is called karma. It is called the law of possibility or probability. Hopefully, this man does the right thing and turn in himself. However, people, based on his recent actions, I doubt that is going to happen. Hopefully, the Popo will find him, and hopefully, the Popo will fatally arrest him. Take him out of his misery and take that community out of its worst misery. Point blank and period. So the pictures that you see on your screen, this is what we call Jamaican rum, fruit cake, black cake. It is popular throughout the Christmas. However, it could be used for a birthday, it could be used for a wedding, or just about any occasion and any day. It is very tasteful and it is moist. The person that is selling this cake, it is called, or she is called, Aunt Glenna's Premium Rum and Fruit Cake. The number that you can contact her is on WhatsApp or call or text straight. 1-876-456-0773. 1-876-456-0773. The cakes come in £3, £4, £5. The prices are dependent on the size cake that you want. The cakes are available for pickup in a Kingston or Ocherius. If you live anywhere else in a Jamaica, it can be shipped via Knutsford Express for an additional 1,000 Jamaican dollars for the shipping and handling. If you live in the United States, this cake can be shipped from Florida through U.S. Postal Service. The cheapest way, it is going to probably cost you between $10 and $15 US per cake. Call the number that I gave you. Tell her that True Jamaica Buzz sent you. and it is going to be satisfaction guaranteed. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, whenever you are making money, whenever you are successful in Jamaica, if you can at all costs, please try to be stealth. However, people, in some cases, it is hard to remain stealth when you have a business. When people see people going in and out, they start to calculate your pocket. They start to pocket watch. And then them get into them grievous, evilous ways. And then they try to plot and scheme. Such is the case of a car dealer. His name is Mr. Powell. Based on the information, it is said that a couple of days ago at about 9:45, Mr. Powell, his partner, I guess his girlfriend, and his daughter, they were on their way home, when they were pretty much held at gunpoint, taken in some sorts of bush. It is said that while they were held at gunpoint, some other men in the same crew went to the house of Mr. Powell, ransacked the house, took out money, took out everything, searched down the place, stole 3 vehicles, including a Mercedes-Benz and also 2 Probox. It is said that when they were leaving, they blazed up some can for Mr. Powell, took him out, and then take with themselves. This happened Wednesday night at 9:45, like I said. It is said that the partner and his child, 15-year-old I think at the time, they were released or found by the Popo at about 2 a.m. on Thursday. They were taken to some sorts of medical facility to get some sorts of check. Now, people, when we hear stuff like this, isn't it very disturbing if you are a business person in a Jamaica and know, say, people are pocket watch, people are grievous, people are envious, people are wicked, people are demonic? Because at the end of the day, they took this person, held them at gunpoint, traumatized them, went to their house, violated their person, violated their home. And even though they got the money, they still decide that they are going to take away this man. Just imagine what the family went through, the partner and the daughter. You being a little child experiencing this, being held at gunpoint, and then even worse, having to watch your father being taken away by a group of about 4 men or so. Now, based on the information from the Popo, it is said that an undetermined amount of money was also taken. If I was a betting man, I would say that more than likely one or more of those suspects is somebody that the businessman know. And people, just to make it clear, this happened at a place called Land Settlement that is in Manchester. It is said that they were kidnapped or held at gunpoint in some sorts of main backside Hall Road. So therefore in some sorts of bushes. Now, people, when you think about the fact that you take the man's life, you take the man's money in front of his child, how cold are you? When we think about the fact that the cars that they stole, maybe the Mercedes-Benz, them just take everything. When you think about the fact that there were 2 Probox, when we think about the fact that Probox is one of the hottest, most stolen motor vehicle, many persons have lost their life because of those Probox. So in my opinion, this is somebody that more than likely the businessman know. Maybe even an employee, Somebody that he has probably helped, somebody that has been to the business, somebody that sent some sorts of spotlight to the man place and I pre the man place and I watch the man pocket. Then decide to hit a group of men, at least 4 at one spot and probably about 3 or 4 at the other location at the house in which they ransack. That is why whenever we see the Popo hold on to these people that are so cold and callous and take them out in the most despicable way, and people are talking about it was unjust. They did not have any sorts of tool. people like me say, at the end of the day, a win is just a win. It does not matter the procedures. Well, if you're in the come, it does. But me just as said, the average Jamaican, all we want is the end product to end these people's life. Play judge, jury, and the executioner right on the spot. Close casket, point blank, and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.